Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. All right, right now I'm going to do a long-term review with the Google Pixel 9a. I've had this phone for a few months now, and honestly, I also have the Pixel 10. And when they're just sitting flat on the on the table, unless I actually pay attention to the visor up here, I really can't tell if I'm picking up the phone blindly, whether I'm picking up the Pixel 10 or if I'm picking up the Google Pixel 9a, because they're actually both similar in size and weight. Um, and the only difference is, of course, you get the extra camera on the Pixel 10, which is a telephoto. But all in all, man, if you don't need a telephoto, this is why you should definitely buy the Google Pixel 9a, because aside from not having a telephoto lens, this phone is just as good as any of the higher model Pixels. For the example, better, the Pixel 9 Pro, the Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro. You're getting pretty much just a thorough Pixel experience, and you're not spending as much money. And right now, this phone's on sale through carriers that you can get this phone, through Boost, I think for $99, um, which is hell of a deal, man. And you can also get it, through various discounts through Google. If you go through, Google, or if you go through Amazon, you could probably find this phone at a discounted rate, man. So, honestly, I love this phone, man. Now, I do wish. I personally do like a telephoto lens, so that's why, if I had to say, okay, if you want to, pay extra money for the telephoto lens, is it worth it? Well, if you really need the telephoto lens, then it is. But if you don't need the telephoto lens and you're not if you're not a photo freak, I'm pretty much a photo freak, man. I like to take a lot of pictures from far distances, and so for me, a telephoto lens is something that I need to have. But if you don't need to have a telephoto lens, then you don't need to upgrade to a Pixel 10 or a Pixel 9 Pro. This is more than adequate, man. This phone does everything you need that a Pixel 10 Pro or a Pixel 10 would do for half the price, basically. You're also getting, last year's flagship processor, which was the Tensor G4. And honestly, there's not much of a difference between the Tensor G4 and the Tensor G5. So, one thing I've noticed about Google, they're kind of like Apple. If you get an iPhone 13 and you have an iPhone 16 and you do a speed test, you're not going to notice much of a difference between either one of the devices. And that's, and the truth is here the same with Google. I mean, you're not going to notice much of a difference. So, you're not going to have any lags. This phone has 8 GB of RAM. It's more than adequate. I know that the Pixel 10, I think, has like 12. So, I mean, but do you really need it? I remember when phones had 4 and that was considered high. So, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at a photo I just took. And check this out, man. Just look how beautiful this picture is. Look at this. Look at the detail on this, man. I mean, this is why Pixels just take the best photos. They just do, man. I mean, I think I also took one the other day with my Motorola Edge 2025. Let me go ahead and bring that phone over here and take a look at the photo that I took with the Edge. And you guys tell me, which one do you guys like better? So here are the two devices, and I took pretty much similarly. This one also had it's a little bit brighter with the Motorola, right? This one's probably got more of the natural look to it, but you can see that the Motorola can bang, man. Look at that. I mean, just look at that. Look at the detail on the Motorola. It looks really, really nice. I think a lot of this stuff here on the Motorola is a little bit more over processed, where with the Pixel, it's just kind of, you see what you get, and that's the shot you're gonna get. So I think there's a little bit more processing going on here than there is here. But all in all, I mean, they're both great. They both take great photos. And of course, I think the Pixel's going to take probably the better photo. But these two phones, honestly, in my opinion, are probably the two best mid-range phones that were released in 2025. You can get both of them in discounts, but I think you're going to find way better discounts on the Motorola Edge 2025. Now, if I had to recommend which one of these to buy. It's gonna matter. It's gonna depend on how long you plan on keeping the device for. Because if you plan on keeping it for 4 or 5 years, then I would definitely go with the Pixel. If you want to upgrade every year or two, then definitely go with the Motorola, because I do like the fact that the Motorola has 65-watt charging. And I think this one only has, I'm not even gonna, I think it's like 15. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. I don't want to guess, but I know it's not that fast. So you're not getting that high speed charging on the Pixel like you would on the Motorola Edge. So, and another benefit is that the Motorola Edge has a telephoto camera, which actually works. It's not a gimmick, man. It's really it's a decent telephoto camera. It's actually really, really good. So, all in all, like I said, if you guys are interested in either one of these, it all comes down to price point. Of course, budget is everything, because things are expensive. So you don't want to spend beyond your means. I would definitely say probably get the Motorola Edge, because you could, like I said, you can get this one on various carriers, and for major discounts. Where with the Pixel, you're not going to get probably the same amount of discounts, but this is just a fantastic device. Now I do like the size. This is a 6.3-inch display, and it's beautiful. But there's just something about the curved edges over here on the Motorola. I just can't explain it. I just don't know why. This one reminds me a lot of the Pixel 7 Pro that I used to have. I do like this edge design, though. I really think it just looks more premium. I mean, they built this phone and it looks super, super duper premium. So it's a great device, man. Now, I haven't really run a speed test, but we can, just out of curiosity. Let's kind of do it and see which one of these phones can run the apps better. Let's go ahead and start with the phone app. 1, 2, 3, go. I thought the Pixel probably got there faster on that one. Let's go messaging app. 1, 2, 3, go. I don't know why this one's going sideways. I have no idea why it's doing that. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. So anyways, have no idea why. All right, let's go ahead and get out of that one. Now there's a screen protector. Now the only problem is finding a good screen protector on this device is going to be a little issue. It's kind of a problematic. Let's go to Facebook. 1, 2, 3, go. You can see they're both neck and neck. All right, let me get out of this one again. All right, let's go to Instagram. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, Instagram, scroll through that. All right, there we go. All right, so they're both on the same Wi-Fi network, but it seems like the modem is working better on the Pixel until this one's all right, starting to catch. There we go. So you can see that on Instagram, they're both nice. All right, you can see Instagram's good. All right, let me get out of this one here too. All right, so that's the thing is with the screen protector, man, it's harder to swipe from the bottom. Now let's see if I have a game here that I can play. Here we go, Temple Run. Let's see. This is going to be the deciding factor. Which one is faster? 1, 2, 3, go. All right. So on paper, the Pixel should win, and it looks like it's going to get there slightly faster, but not a whole big difference, man. You see that? That was about a second. All right, so here we go. All right, let's go and play this a little bit. All right. All right, here we go. All right, slide, jump, oops. All right, they both play well. So you can see the graphics are great on both of these. And like I said, guys, both of these phones are great, man. So like I said, it's going to be, let me get out of there. It's going to come down to what you're looking for in a phone. They both have IP68 rating. If you want the faster charging, definitely go with the Motorola. If you like pure Android experience, and you know what, Motorola is actually pretty damn close to the Pixel as far as software is concerned. So now Motorola is terrible with updates and operating system updates. So got to give it to Google for that. And if that's a major concern for you, you got to go with the Pixel 9a But other than that, man, I love this phone, man. The Edge is amazing, and it's actually lighter than this phone, a lot lighter. So when you can tell when you're holding them next to each other, this is a far heavier phone. Probably about 10 grams or so. I can tell already. But all in all, man, these are two great phones, two competing devices, and either way, for all you guys who are Google Knights, you like your Googles, the Pixel 9a is a fantastic phone. But just the design, man, with the design, the winner has to be with the Motorola, man. I mean, the Motorola just looks amazing. And I do like the fact that they both have, this is kind of like a matte back finish. So I like this. It's not going to shatter. This is a great, kind of feels like rubbery plastic, but it's great, man. So two of these phones, both are great. I could recommend both of these phones. But like I said, if I was going to recommend a phone for everyone, I would go with the Edge, just because it's probably more affordable and it's probably going to be within most people's price range. So anyway, guys, if you guys like this video, don't forget, please subscribe down below, hit a like. Until next time, stay tuned and stay blessed.